DIYers and professionals alike. Is a $20 torque wrench any good? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, so I was in the States and I happened to go to Harbor Freight and pick up this 3/8 torque wrench here that is good for 5 to 80 foot-pounds. I have a 1/2 inch one here already, so I decided to get this one for, let's say, oil pan bolts where you need a lower torque. And I am going to compare the two and describe the differences. But first, let's get into the $20 Harbor Freight. No plastic, all steel construction. Feels very good for $20. I like it. What don't I like about it? Well, this locking and unlocking feature. Okay, I prefer this one. I'll explain the difference. So you gotta lock it once you find the final torque, and then unlock it to move it. Also too, it's quite stiff when you get in the upper range of torque, towards 80 foot-pounds. You really got to put some muscle into it. Other than that, you know what? It feels very good. Tooth count looks pretty good. I can count it off camera. Ball detent's nice, all steel. Nothing feels cheap or chintzy about it. But like I said, this locking feature, this is much faster. So with this one here, you pull it down and you can turn it much quicker. Even at the high torque, it still spins freer than this Harbor Freight one. And I like that, you can do it much quicker. This one's good for 20 to 250 foot-pounds, which if you compare the 1/2 inch Harbor Freight, it's 20 to 150. So this one is better, but still, again, the 1/2 inch at Harbor Freight looks identical to this 3/8, and it's also $20. Not a bad deal, but for the upper torques beyond 150, you need something like this. This is a Mastercraft. God knows when I got it. Like I said though, it's good for like those Honda crankshaft bolts and the like, where you really need high torque. So feels great, and what can I say? Let's compare the two on a car. But what can I say, for $20? Fantastic deal. Blow molded case, feels good. It's a little stiff at the top, but I mean, that's just being picky for $20. If you're not clumsy, you don't have to lock it too. Interesting fact, they say store it on the lowest torque setting. Not the loosest way possible, but the lowest torque setting. I didn't know that. Very interesting. Okay, enough of me chit-chatting. Let's go test it. Okay, so the tooth count on both of them is 44. I might be off a tooth or so, but you know, they're not high tooth count. Who cares? Doesn't really matter. But actually, I prefer the switching mechanism on a Harbor Freight. The only poor finish area on the Harbor Freight is actually here. You can tell it's casted and they didn't finish this, but the rest is actually really nice. Really impressed. Nice chrome. Where it doesn't matter, it's not finished well, but it switches really quickly. Feels good. Okay, let's test them out. Okay, here's a comparison test. 40 foot-pounds with the Harbor Freight. $40 foot-pounds with the Mastercraft. 60 foot-pounds with the Mastercraft. 60 foot-pounds with the Harbor Freight. 80 foot-pounds with the Mastercraft. 80 foot-pounds with the Harbor Freight. Clicked right away. They match pretty well. Alright guys, there you have it. The torque matches Another calibrated torque wrench. What don't I like about it? Okay, being picky. Yeah, it's stiff. It's stiff turning it. And sometimes when you turn it, this lock and unlock feature moves on you. But if you're careful, it doesn't. Okay, you keep your hands away from it. And yeah, it's stiff. So, you know, a mechanic that, you know, gets paid by the hour, you might want something a little quicker feeling, quicker action here. Your average DIY guy doesn't care though. It's a really good torque wrench. Really impressed. Okay. You see here, this is really quick. So that's the only thing I can pick up that I don't like about it, but that's being picky, like I said. So definitely buy one if you can, if you're on a budget, even if you're a professional. I'd really like to know how these things hold up. Obviously, I don't have the answer to that, but from what I can tell, it's well built, it's accurate, and it's good value. Okay guys, like, subscribe, share, and keep it between the ditches. Thanks for watching.